Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, founder of Live Pigeon, Brandon Fisher.
What is going on, you guys? Thank you so much for tuning in today. We've been putting out a bunch of stuff, kind of hyping this up, but we're so glad that you're here joining us live today. And really cool announcement that I wanted to share with you today. But before we get into that, I wanted to share with you kind of like the timeline, if you will, like how long has Live Pigeon been around for, and like all these things, right? So basically, I just want to let you know, we started this 4 years ago, and it's been such a fun journey. There's been some ups and some downs, and I wanted to share that with you today so you can kind of get a better understanding of who we are as a company and kind of of course, the excitement of today's announcement, which will tell you where we're going to be heading. And so one thing I wanted to show you is we launched back in March of 2017. Facebook Live has been around for about 5 years now. And what's cool about that was figuring out how to be able to take your videos and to go live with them where you didn't actually have to be live. And this was something that I wanted to set out and do because this was a big frustration in my own life. And this was actually an answer to that. And so basically, we've been developing since March of 2017. We then launched Live Pigeon back in July of 2017. And it was really cool to get our first customers coming through and to hear customer feedback, and like people were liking it, and it was so fun. Then what happened was, in August of 2017, Mark Zuckerberg went in front of Congress, and he basically kind of got slapped with what they were doing, which then made them readjust the way that they were doing third-party applications. And so, unfortunately, we actually lost the ability to go live to Facebook. And this actually got us to go back and think like, okay, we only have this one pillar of our business that we're able to go live to, and that just got knocked out. In fact, we were down from August, and we didn't get back up and running again until October. And some of you probably know this because some of you have been on since the beginning. But I wanted to let you know that that was like a scary time for us. And so we had to go and figure out like, okay, how can we go and add more places to go live so that we can be more stable in case this ever happens again. And so through all of that, we developed and we were able to go live to YouTube, which was awesome. That also helped. And anyways, we just continued to keep working on and refining the software as things continued to go along and progress. Then what happened was 3 years later, in April of 2020, this was like right after the pandemic hit, our phones were just blowing up because what happened was when the pandemic first hit, we had a bunch of churches reaching out to us, and they were like, hey, we're trying to take our videos to go live for Easter Sunday. And I was devastated because at the time, to go live on our platform, you had to upload your video to us, and then you had to then schedule it to go live to Facebook. And then if you wanted to go live to then YouTube, what you had to do is you had to upload your video file again, the exact same video, to our service again to then schedule to YouTube. And it just wasn't efficient, and it wasn't the way in which we wanted it either. And yet we were able to take all of the frustration and all of the issues that we had that day with our customers, and that's when we decided to come out with the incubator. And the incubator basically is your video library. This is when you upload your videos inside of Live Pigeon, you can then access them multiple times, or you can now say, hey, I want to go live with this one video to now multiple destinations. And so that was really cool how something that was kind of negative that happened, this was the answer to that. And so the other thing is, after the pandemic hit, me and my wife were trying to figure out what is it that we're going to do, because when the pandemic first hit, we actually saw a decrease in our customers. And it got to the point where we only had 25 customers on our platform. And you know, this is something that I have been passionate about, and I've been putting a lot of time, resources into this. And each month I would say, okay, this is the month. We're trying new Facebook ads, or we're trying new ways to try to get people's attention so that they know that we're even here. It's the number one thing we hear is, oh my gosh, how long have you guys been in business for? And for us to say we've been in business for 4 years, it's like, I never even knew about you. And so we're doing our best to try to get our message out there, much like you are. But sometimes it's difficult to do that. And so I just remember being there in my bedroom with my wife as we're trying to figure out. She was just really concerned, like, what's the future going to be when the pandemic hit? And she wanted to have a conversation. And I knew that conversation was